this.
Well, if this is a major hurricane, I don't really see anything happening.
It's Wednesday.
Oh, major hurricane hitting tomorrow?
That's what Caroline said to woman.
No, today's Monday, so
right.
It's 2 days.
Yeah, and we're leaving on Thursday. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of crap about it.
So we're headed to go pick up Carolina Love, our daughter. She's going to spend a few days with us. And she's how many pregnant, Mama? She'll
be 16 weeks tomorrow.
16 weeks.
Yes.
With our first grandbaby. We're very excited.
Very excited.
You see the tower up there for the Orlando International Airport. We decided to drive this time because I needed to go film some things. And of course we could have flown in and rented a car, but then we'd have had to come back this way. And where we're filming is headed back towards home. So we're going to slowly head back home when it's time. I didn't see a rock, but I heard something.
But I heard it.
These Jeep windshields are very flat, so they take a lot of rock hits. Almost as many as an 80s radio station. Alright, so we're heading to Terminal B. This is Orlando International Airport. Terminal B is the American Airlines, baby.
Okay, I didn't see it.
It's a beautiful airport. Typical Florida look. So the SD card in my camera is nearly out. So I'm getting ready to open this one. I can't hardly see it in the camera. What in the world? There it is. And I keep a bunch of these in my truck at all times in the center console. So when one runs out, I'm ready for the next one. Almost open.
Yes, you do.
We gotta stay left. Thank you, baby. So Lori got it out for me. It may not matter on arriving flights. You may have to take that tram up there. They're doing that a lot, where you take a tram from the airport and you come to a place. Has she contacted you?
Nope.
They have a thing, you see this right here says cell waiting. They have an area that you can go sit in. Somebody calls you on the cell phone, you can come pick them up. And right now we're going through because she has not contacted us yet. It's 11:11 though. The airplane was supposed to land about 11:03 or 11:04. But then you got to turn your phone on and get your stuff and start coming through the airport trying to make your way out to here. This is Silver Airways right here, friends. You know what their theme song is? Silver wings taking her away, roaring engines up. Tons of construction going on. Look at all those cranes. So we're headed to cell phone waiting, which has got to be that little area right down there. So you jump off on cell phone waiting when they say that, and then a lot of times they'll even have a TV or a screen there that will tell you when flights arrive. So she contacts us, we jump back in line and go back around. Is that her?
She said, I just landed, it was running late.
Okay, so we're going to sit here and wait for just a little bit. So she landed at 11:16 instead of 11:03. So this is the cell lot right here. And that looks so typical Florida. Right there, that big old lot, that big old airport. So I don't see a screen here. Nashville has a screen that tells you when flights arrive. But we're going to park here and give her a little bit of time to get through the airport, and then we'll go grab her. That jet right there is blue.
She's out at American Airlines baggage claim.
Okay.
We're headed to you.
So we're coming up on the Carolina.
I see her.
Carolina, love. Where you see her at?
Right over there. You don't see her little head sticking out?
Yeah,
Little dress?
I see her.
She had to put her little leggings on under her dress because she got hot.
There she is. She is pregnant.
Oh, she is. Bless her little. She's skinny as a rail.
All right, lovely one. You're really pregnant, Caroline.
Yeah. Do I look a little pregnant?
Hey, Phyllis,
Indeed you.
Like I'm
Hey,
pregnant.
Phyllis said, bless her little skinny heart. She's going to get so big.
Wow, I can't believe how pregnant you are.
It's precious.
I'm tired, and do you have any Tums?
Tum.
We don't have any Tums.
Serious?
We have ranitidine.
She
I
can't take that.
You can't?
She can only take Tums.
Well, we're glad to see you, Angel. You excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm tired.
Okay,
You'll have
we'll go
I
eat and then
tried
we
to
can.
sleep on the plane, and I was in the middle seat,
Oh, God,
and
I
could
hate
not.
that.
I just couldn't get comfortable, so I just read the whole time.
I always pray that no, the third person doesn't show up.
Yeah, he showed up within 2 seconds of me sitting down and buckling in. He was like, "Oh, that's my seat." I was like, "Okay."
Great, like that. All right, so we are off to see the wizard. Yep. So friends, it is raining, but I'm going to show you something interesting right here. I am in Orlando. I dropped Caroline and Lori off at Disney Springs to shop, so I could come down here and take a little look-see at this for you, and naturally it's going to be raining. Surely it's not going to rain the whole time I'm down here. And I'm going to show you something extra special right down here that you would not expect to see in Florida. So you can see there's water over there, but there's something special right here, and I want you to look right there. Didn't expect to see that in Florida, did you? No, I did not. And there she is. So, you know that I'm going to pull up in here and talk to whoever's here about this. Stay tuned. You would expect to see this in Florida. They don't just have one, they have 2 gates. Think about that. Indeed they do. If you think I'm not going to get out here and talk to these folks, you're crazy. Stay tuned. hear the doorbell ring, so I don't know if the doorbell works or not. Crazy amounts of bees out here. Wasp nests. You go down there? Hello, fella. The guy asked me to come down there. So guess what? I'm gonna go take a look-see. Stay tuned. My lens is not getting anything, it's all fogged up. So friends, we just got done looking at the Graceland in Orlando, Florida, and this particular one, I'm giving a shout out to Christy Lade, which is a subscriber. She had come and looked at this, sent me a link to it, gave me the address where it was, happened to know that I happen to be in Orlando right at this moment. We're here with my wife Lori and Caroline. I dropped them off at Disney Springs, as I mentioned earlier, and we're going to spend a few days here while Caroline, she's a school teacher, she's on fall break. And we are going to also film some other Elvis stuff while we're here. I've got this, of course, that I filmed, but I've got some surprises coming up, some things that we're going to film while we're here. So constantly looking, constantly working. And this lady told me that she was not an Elvis fan, that they actually bought the house from somebody that was an Elvis fan that built it. So they have no interest in the Elvis phenomenon, showing the house, talking about it, whatever. It's just a house to them. But it's got some really cool gates. And not only do they have one set of gates that look identical to Elvis's in Graceland, they have two sets. And the other thing is you know, I've shown you Lita's Graceland in Holland. I showed you the guy in Breda Holland's Graceland. I believe there's one in Denmark. I have two that I have filmed in Mississippi. Neither one of them do I have enough film on to put out as a episode yet, but I'm working on both of them, stories on both of them basically. And so I got a lot of Graceland stuff coming up, even though it's not the actual Graceland. It appears that there are Gracelands all over the world. That's how much people love Elvis. I tightened up and got down here and looked at the one in Orlando, and my subscriber friend Christy Lade, she tightened up and told me about it. Thank you so much, Christy, and I appreciate it. Give her a shout out, friends, if you appreciate her telling me, because I had not thought to look for one in Orlando, but boom, there it was. I'm gonna go back and see Mickey. So friends, we are headed to our resort. We were in the Swan last night. Tonight we are going to stay in Pop Century, and we're staying here the rest of the time that we're here. It says, remember when? You remember that time? They have color TV here and everything. So is this a throwback theme, Caroline?
Huh?
Is this a throwback theme?
Yeah, it's like it goes through the
50s or
different decades. Well, it depends on what building you're in.
they have air-conditioned rooms, color TV.
Sure hope so.
Because if not, Lori ain't having it.
Nope, Lori ain't.
This is the classic years to check in. And they also had the classic ears, which is the original Mickey ears. Pop Century. Oh, I see. It is decades, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So this is where they have the giant stuff, Caroline? Like the giant Rubik's Cube and things like that? All right, so Pop Century. So this is the lobby. Love the old school stuff. So we're all set and I have my magic band on. Lori has hers in red, Caroline's is in pink. And let me get a cart, Lori. So friends, this is the room. And this is one of those beds that fold up and down. Has a table on it. And then it folds down into a bed. Pretty nice. These are all upgraded, and what I mean is they've been redone. New furniture, new paint, new stuff. Pretty nice. Not huge, but nice nonetheless. Modern bathroom. Caroline was trying to hide. She got caught in there. This is very European looking. And then that's European. That's what she was doing in there clearly. Lori, European. So this bathroom door, you can see it folds up. You go to close it, it's two pieces. Pretty cool. I'm putting one of these in my house. Lori's excited about it. Going to get the scooter bug, friends. Scooter bug, scooter bug, scooter, scooter, scooter bug. We're in the 60s. You ever been stuck in the 60s? There's Jerry Garcia. Mowgli's foot. Giant Play-Doh lid. So I guess the pool's closed because there's lightning. I don't know. Pool's out for summer. Pool's out. School pool's closed for summer. Pool's closed forever. Peace, man. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Well, can you? You think it might be? I think it is. Sure. So they told me they would have my scooter here by 4 o'clock. It is 4 o'clock and I want you to look. A boom yow. This is who I recommend, Scooter Bug. And look at there, look at there, look at there. So this time, I don't necessarily need this, but Lori has trouble with her knees if she walks a long ways. I struggle a little bit if I walk a long ways, and Caroline's pregnant. So between the three of us, we're gonna make use of this thing and see if we can cut down on our fatigue. So let's go. I didn't know you were behind me. That's the 50s area over there. So I reckon the pool's back open. Little table tennis. Anyone? A lot of you don't know that I collect yo-yos, antique yo-yos, and here's giant ones, a Duncan Imperial tonight, and that's another Duncan Imperial, green and blue. But yes, indeed, my son was a yo-yo champion when he was a kid, and we actually manufactured yo-yos. We made, his name is Trey, and we made Treyos. That was the brand. And there was a period of time that you could see that this over here is not open yet, but this is going to be the Skyliner that you'll be able to use at some point to take you I guess all the way to Disney. I'm not sure where it takes you. We'll be able to stop and see. So this is going to be another transportation mode. So you'll be able to go to from the Art of Animation to the Caribbean Resort, Hollywood Studios, Riviera Resort, and Epcot. And the Riviera Resort's not even there yet. So this will get you to some other ways. So when you get to Epcot, you can take the monorail to the Magic Kingdom. I think that's what the purpose of it is. Oh, excuse me. So we're at Art of Animation over here too. This is Building 5 across the river. There was a time when all this was closed down. I recall an Adam the Woo video where it bumped at that bridge, it stopped, and I'm sure that this is the place that it's in. I feel pretty confident. So this is based off of Under the Sea. Beautiful place here. Finding Nemo theme. See, they're still working on that over there. So there was a time when all this was not being used, or it was under construction. Now a lot of this is finished. The rooms are finished, but you can see that some of the landscaping stuff is not done. They're building more stuff. See those guys in there working. And also work over here. So that's going to be where those things take off at. It's going to be where the launch spot is. Right there.
What?
No fishing, no swimming. So what good is this? This art of animation is huge. So we are over there. That is one giant yo-yo. Bicentennial over there is a 70s, of course. Piston Peak, they call that back there. Which later became Elvis's theme song. I do. First New York Marathon, 1970. Pong, the first video game, was introduced to the public. Miami Dolphins go undefeated and win the Super Bowl. That was definitely a long time ago. What is a giant yo-yo and a giant string? I don't know why I like yo-yos. Not real good at it. My son is, but I'm not good at it. But there's something nostalgic about it I really like. (1975), Microsoft was founded. Bill Gates. Tell you one thing I'm not going to do, friends, is come on vacation and then run. That will not be happening. I run when something's chasing me. Like a big bear. Boogeyman Records. I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. Yeah. There's a giant 8-track. (1984). It's just a filler. There's the tater heads. A giant Rubik's Cube. So that is a giant 8-track tape, and I think you're going to get a kick out of what's coming up. They associate the 70s with boogie shoes and mood rings. I had one, yes indeed I did. Excuse me. And a big wheel, no doubt. And that is a big, big wheel. In fact, a giant big wheel. And foosball. Wow, that's a giant big wheel. And right around this corner is a Mickey Mouse telephone. I had one. Yes, indeed. I still have it somewhere. I just probably don't know where. And this is 70s. It says, "What is your handle?" Now, for you younger folks, you probably don't know what we're talking about. That is CB talk. What is your name on the CB? Friends, if you watch this and you had a CB handle, put it down in the comments. I'll tell you what my CB handle was. The Tar Heel Wheel. W-H-E-E-L. My granddaddy gave me that. And if you know me, you know my granddaddy meant a whole lot to me. And he's the one that got me using CBs in the 70s. He was a big CB guy, had one in all of his vehicles, and he had a friend that owned a CB shop. And my granddaddy gave me the name Tar Heel Wheel. Yes, indeed, he did. Say big wheel. So foosball, big wheels, mood rings, CB handles, Mickey Mouse giant telephone. Yes, indeed, that is 70s, friends. I think we didn't get the giant telephone, Lori and I, until the 80s, though. I also had a Mickey Mouse gumball machine. See how they're decorating the rooms up there? That's a thing they do during Halloween. People will bring decorations to decorate the windows in their rooms, to decoration the windows. Yeah, yep, they do that. To the max, radical. Whatever. Surf the net. Look at this, is a giant keyboard. Floppy disk back there. Laptop. Pretty neat. Sony Walkman, definitely part of the 80s. So this is actually 80s when I stepped over into the, but you know what? The, what was that on the other side over there? I remember Pac-Man, but there was something else over there that was 70s. I'll have to think back. Giant floppy disk right there. Laptop. That's his early laptop, friends. Early. 80s, friends, was the greatest decade, in my opinion, known to man. All kinds of things came out. CDs, computers, cell phones, as you know it. A sheet of the original first printing of the Declaration of Independence found at a flea market in the back of a painting sold for $2.4 million. That's a lot of dough, friends. Just a lot of dough. Alligators and snakes. Something else that's important right here. 1981, MTV gains a huge following of teenage viewers. I indeed was one of them, and it was life-changing. MTV made a lot of people famous that are still living off of that fame today. Tom Petty, Journey, Adam Ant, Def Leppard, AC/DC, Dexy's Midnight Riders. I was trying to think of some off-the-wall things that we would have never known about. Dexy's is one of them. John Cougar Mellencamp. Back then it was just John Cougar. I mean, it was huge. There was a time when music just went crazy. 1973, Sears Tower is the world's tallest building. 1971, Walt Disney World Resort opens here in Orlando. Intel produces the first microchip processor. So I am back home. I'm gonna go rest for a little bit, and then we're gonna go, Caroline and I are going down to the Halloween celebration tonight. A not so scary Mickey Halloween. So there's a little tour around Pop Century, friends. All right, so Carolina's ready to go, and I'm ready to go. She's going as
I'm just dressed
pregnant
up.
lady.
Well, I've just got on a Mickey shirt, a mini shirt.
I'm going as a spa guy. People dress up for this thing, so I'm going as a spa guy. And she's going as pregnant Carol, luxury Carol.
Oh, okay. That's enough. Bye.
She didn't want y'all to know she's luxury Carol.
I like nice things.
What?
Luxury Carol would have loved where we were last night.
Yep.
Now, Luxury Carol would have had a heart attack the first night.
Yeah.
Her mother did.
I would have told you to take me somewhere else. Okay, let's go.
Friends, this is preferred parking. I have to turn my emergency lights on, and I stay and follow the orange line is what they say. So go to the right. And this, if you're staying on Disney property, is an additional $23. If you're not, it's $45. And what that does is puts you in, there's the orange line right there. It puts you in the first 5 rows, so you don't have to walk so far. And I am all about not walking very far. I will pay more than $23 to valet to keep from walking a long ways. So that is what we're doing. We're going to stay to the right, and they are going to usher us where we need to go. Right, Carolina?
Yep.
So we are still following the orange line right here.
That scared me.
And it takes us, that's the tram telling you he's taking off. They always blow the horn.
Is this it?
Yeah, this gets us where we need to go. So with preferred parking, they gave us a Dasani. So I'd say it's worth it, friends. It is just so very worth it. I'm gonna get as close to the front as I can. Is this the spot?
I think, yeah.
I mean, it's right there, right?
Yeah,
Do we want to go down and see if we can get closer?
if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Dragging a comb, Dad.
Come on, spa guy.
You got it. It's out. Dad. This is so
I was dragging the
embarrassing.
comb, friends. I'm sorry.
I can't take you anywhere.
I know it.
What if you're getting out of the preferred now?
No.
Oh gosh, you're gonna hit another cone.
I'm back in the preferred. I mean, we're going to the
Just
front.
go here. Just go here. This is good. Right? That's not a spot. That's not a spot.
This is a spot.
No, it's not. This is just one big spot. I've not seen anybody else double park
That's
like
okay.
that.
So preferred parking right there. Gets you this close. It is right there. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I'm not doing good, so good holding it. So Caroline got that shirt right there. Is only available at the Halloween party. And she got it this year. And we got it 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
You wear it. Casey's Corner, friends. Sauerkraut, relish, little mayo, little honey, or mustard, not honey mustard. Yes, indeed.
All right, then. Off your way with you.
Somebody touch. Do it, baby. Pretty cool.